Welcome and good afternoon. Thank you all for joining to attend our webinar, Revolutionize Your Network Management with 9dot. 9dot is a Winncom Technologies valued partner specializing in the conception and design of protection systems, monitoring, and control of devices powered by POE. Here to present from 9dot is her sales director, Nicola Davini. And so you're aware, we plan to conduct a couple polls throughout this webinar. Please be on the lookout for those. And if anyone has any additional questions throughout the presentation, please feel free to add them into the chat and they will be addressed at the end of the webinar. Nicola, you're up.
Yeah, thank you, Dawn, for the introduction. Welcome everybody for joining this webinar about our product presentation. At the beginning, I will make a short introduction of 9dot. 9dot was an Italian company born in 2016 with the goal of simplify the power management in the telecommunication industries. At the beginning, we worked closely with our customer to develop a solution tailored on their needs. And then once we have, consolidate the telecommunication product, we are also expanded in other sector like smart cities and maritime industries. And lately, we are also trying to provide some solution in the oil and gas industries. The first product we have developed with our customer was the Gigasync. They were looking in a product that can manage the power supply of their device, a reliable product with a user-friendly interface, and that can be scalable to be adapted in all the sites they have, from small sites to large sites, with some key features that can resolve some of their challenges. For example, the possibility to manage different kind of devices in each single site, also to smooth the transaction and upgrade of the devices, changing from legacy equipment to more recent equipment, enable the remote access to the devices to control the power supply of the system and reducing the need of intervention on site, and as well as protecting them because they're usually positioned in environment that don't have stable current, that can have electricity issue. So our product also offer the possibility to protect the connected devices. We have three product families, the active power station, sync injector, and smart power compact system. Today, we will see the sync injector and smart power compact system. In future webinar, we will also present our active power stations. Just a quick view of our product roadmap. As I said, we born in 2016 with the first Gigasync. Now we are at the version 3 of this model. During the year, we have also developed other devices like power station, like the Anchor, and lightweight version of these, like the Anchor Lite, and other products related to the Gigasync, like the C-POE and C-Ter that will be presented in this presentation later. As I said, the first product we developed that now reached the version 3 is the Gigasync. You can see it in the slide. The Gigasync is composed by a main unit that manage all the intelligence and the management of the device, and three slots. Three slots that can house two different kind of cartridge. Each cartridge provide 4 output ports that can power up 4 devices. So with the Gigasync, you can connect up to 12 devices if you use all the 3 cartridges. Each module of the Gigasync is powered separately to enhance its reliability. We have the main power supply for the main board that is separated from the input power of the cartridge. Each cartridge has 2 different input power, redundant input power. You can choose to plug into one or both if you need more reliability. And there is each port can be monitored individually and managed individually. So for each port, you can access the output voltages, the current that they use, the temperature of the cartridge, and the cable connectivity presence. All these information are available using the web interface that is installed in the device. So you don't need any external software to manage and to reach it. Or you can also get information using the SSH protocol, the SNP, or we have also some API that you can use to integrate your system, monitoring system, the monitoring system that you use to monitor your network. As you can see in the Gigasync, there is also a GPS antenna connector. The GPS antenna connector can be used to provide synchronization for the devices that require a precise timing to work. And there is also a local Wi-Fi network that you can enable or disable using the option button or accessing to the web interface. It provides a local Wi-Fi network where your technician can connect to access the web interface of the Gigasync or the device. In this way, the technician can check the status, the working, and all the parameters of the device without disconnecting cable or changing configuration. So it can keep the standard configuration and get access. Other than this, if you enable it, it is possible also to browse the internet with this local Wi-Fi. So the technician can download, if you have obviously connectivity, because if the technician is on site, maybe there is no connectivity, so he cannot. But if the site has connectivity, he can browse the internet and access to online manual, or download firmware in case it has to download, or check external portal to see the status of the device. As I said, this 3-slot can host two different cartridges. One cartridge is a POE cartridge that provides a POE injector, and each port can be configured using this GigaKey. The pinout of each port can be individually configured using the card that the pinout, the card that provide the pinout for the device connected, the correct pinout. On the POE cartridge, or other than there is each port is isolated, so it is a secure connectivity, electric connectivity. The other cartridge, sorry, has a galvanic isolation. The other cartridge that can be installed in the Gigasync is a terminal cartridge. We have 2 different kinds of cartridge, one with 2-pole and one with 4-pole output. Sorry, the 2-pole cartridge can manage up to 4 ampere output per port, and the 4-pole cartridge can manage up to 5 ampere output per port, with the full capacity of each cartridge to 20 ampere maximum. This can allow the usage of this cartridge for the devices that need more current, more power to be powered on. In this slide, we can see why are we using the Cambium Sync, which is the main usage of the Cambium Sync is to optimize the site management. With a one rack unit, you can just power up different kind of devices, legacy, new, and have a better organization and control. So it can be easy both for new installation, where you don't need different devices for different sites, but with just one device, you can cover many different sites, smaller or bigger. So having almost the same configuration, so the technician doesn't need to know several information, but they all have the same devices for everything. Simplify the installation process, the maintenance, and also to keep it the rack well organized. Okay, now since, as I said, we developed the solution following the feedback of our customers, now we would like to propose a poll that you can answer just to give us some information about the way you are organizing your network. Just a few minutes to answer the poll. We're just asking which kind of features you are more interested in for the power control.
Okay,
and
for the
how
first
many
poll. For the first poll, we have 50-50, it looks like. Moving more towards remote control power at 67%.
Okay.
Now
And the other poll,
poll,
the second poll is about how many DC devices do you usually power? How many ports do you need? For
looks like the majority at the moment are from 5 to 8. The 9 to 12 has made it on the board, but we are closing about 75% from 5 to 8.
Okay.
And we're closing the poll.
Yeah, okay. Thank you for answering. Okay, so the Gigasync is a good solution to manage between more than four devices, or if you need some sort of synchronization for the cartridge, for the devices, sorry, a GPS synchronization, time synchronization for the devices connected. The other solution we are developing, starting from the Gigasync, are the two devices that are smaller than the Gigasync. They provide just 4 output ports. There are the C-POE, we call it the C-POE and C-Ter, that one is for POE injection and the other is for terminal injector. The POE one as the, okay, I didn't say with the Gigasync, we say that it is make electric protection. The Gigasync as well, the C-POE and the C-Ter provide over voltage, over current, source current protection, and as well as galvanic isolation. It has different protection for possible electricity issues. And these are available in all the 3 devices. The C-POE has 4 output ports, has 2 input ports, with maximum 12 ampere per port, and 4 output ports that can goes up to 3 ampere as the Gigasync POE cartridge. And also in this case, you can have the Giga key to configure the pin out of the device. So you can use with just a new 1 unit, just changing the key, you can change the pin out, so you can power off different kind of radios in this case. This is the Gigasync front panel. all the connections are in the front panel. There is the Wi-Fi, local Wi-Fi, as well as the Gigasync. There is the LED indicator to have a prompt view of the working of the device, the two input connectors, and the PoE output port. The other device is the C-Ter. Since it has been developed later than the Gigasync, we have increased the power of the device to be used with more demanding radios. It has two input ports that provides up to 40 ampere, that can be powered with 40 ampere per port, and 4 output ports that can power supply devices up to 15 ampere per port. So the maximum power of the device is 60 ampere. To use it, you have to plug both the input power because each one can manage up to 40 ampere. If you need just 10 ampere per port output, it is enough to plug one and have the second as redundant connection. This is, as I said, has been developed after the Gigasync, so when the market required more power to power up the devices. In this slide, we have a comparison between the three different products, the Gigasync, the C-POE, and the C-Ter. You can have up to 12 output port, both PoE or terminal, and in this case you have 4. For the C-Ter, as I say, you can power up more demanding device. They all have the electricity protection. There is a redundant input port for all the devices. The C-POE and C-Ter doesn't provide GPS synchronization. They don't have the GPS input for the synchronization that is required, that's available on the Gigasync. And this is the maximum input current and the voltage. All the three devices can be powered up with all the possible input voltage between 21.4 and 57 volt, plus or negative is the same. The other slides is a sample of the list of devices and GigaKey connection that you can download from our website, a complete list for each kind of device. You can see which is the correct GigaKey to be used to choose the correct pinout of the device. Here there is a screenshot of the web interface of the Gigasync, but I can show you the web interface live. This is one of our test device. As you can see, the dashboard shows you some characteristics of the cartridge, like the environmental temperature, the cartridge temperature, the load, the total load of the cartridge, the current, and the voltage for the input. You have on the top a small schema of the device where you can see the command module, that the blue circle means that is powered and is working. The blue square means the internet connectivity is present, and then you have the 3 slots. In this case, this slot is empty, there is no cartridge inside. In this case, there is a PoE CS cartridge, a PoE cartridge with some problem because it is red. And in the other slot, there is a terminal cartridge without any problem. That's shown. This is the GPS module. That blue dot means that there is a GPS connected and is giving the information to the device for the synchronization. If you choose the command control, you can have a detail of the command module where you can choose the configuration, the IP, and so on. You can enable or disable the Wi-Fi, the local Wi-Fi of the device, and this is the internet access. So you can also enable or disable the internet access for the device. Okay, this is the HTTPS to configure the interface in HTTPS instead of to download the certificate to use HTTPS instead of HTTP. And you have also the log. In the log, you can see all the log of the device. So you can see if there are some problem, which port, which slot, and see anything that happens on the device. If you choose the cartridge, you can have the detail of the cartridge, where you can have the port, you can change the name as you prefer. If there are some faults, in this case, it shows that the Giga key configuration is missing. In this port is inserted in the wrong direction, so it's not working. In this port, there is the mode A plus B selected, and in the last port, there is the 9Sync cartridge that is used to provide Cambium synchronization to Cambium devices, because this is a cartridge that can gives the Cambium synchronization. For each port, you can select from the menu, you can shut down the port, blink the port to show the technician on site which is the port that you're trying to work on, power cycle the port, or choose to enable or disable the synchronization, or change the port name. This is the action you can do on each single port. If you have this GPS synchronization, it can show you the latitude, the longitude, the altitude, how many sats the light is receiving, so you know if the quality is good or not. And you have the map, and if you choose the map, you can also see where are you located. In this case, we are located in Pisa. Okay, we are here. Other than the web interface, you can also use API or SNP to monitor the device. In this case, we have an integration with AV system monitoring tool, where you can see the information received using the API or through the SNP. So you can easily integrate the 9-dot devices in your network management tool. Okay, now I would like to ask you another poll, a few other questions, if you can help us answering.
Okay, the poll is in progress and it's leaning towards API, Application Programming Interface. I'm gonna leave it open for a couple more seconds. All right, looks like we are 100% at API at the moment.
Yeah.
We'll go ahead and close that out for the second poll. And it's launched. All right, we are leaning towards new installations. We have a few people with update infrastructure. We're going to leave it open for just a couple more seconds. See if anyone else would like to join in. And it looks like 67% is towards new installation.
Okay, thank you very much for answering. Yeah, API is a good choice interface, because it can help you to integrate seamlessly in your network management the product, so you can easily set up the alerts and check the status of the network and monitor it continuously, giving a reliable service. That we know it is important to give a reliable service to the customer, because the customer remember very well when they have issue in the connectivity and forgot quickly when everything is working fine. How long it does it work fine, the connection, but once they don't have connectivity, they start complaining, and a reliable connection is very improving the image of the company on the market. About the new installation, okay, but we use a lot of, especially Gigasync, or also to update the infrastructure, because it is modular and has different kind of configuration cartridge, so you can use to power up different kind of devices. And if you have a rectifier that cannot be managed remotely or doesn't have enough port to monitor and to manage each single device, you can use our advanced panel, DC panel distribution Gigasync, to extend the number of ports that can be remotely controlled as well. Okay, these are some configuration that can be used, some devices that can be powered up with the, in this case, the C-POE, webcam or antenna, many devices, as well as switches. With the C-Ter, we actually have put the Terrana, that at this moment is the radio that requires more power than the other radio, and it can be controlled using the C-Ter device. This is a more complex installation. It has a Gigasync and also our Integr power supply system that can provide different output voltages, where you can power up the Gigasync with different output power. So you can really manage a lot of different devices. Granted protection, service continuity, and making a reliable network. These are few of the customers who have chosen 9dot products helped by Winncom. They are actually Winncom customer. They are choosing 9dot product proposed by Winncom because it enables them to optimize their installation, their on-site control, protect the devices, minimize the downtime of the connectivity, and in some cases, the installation are made in remote area, rural areas, so the input power are not reliable, so you need devices that can protect your radio and the devices that you install to extend their life and make it more secure. Obviously, with a remote power control, you reduce the on-site management, so you also optimize the cost of the maintenance of the network. Okay. So for the attendee of this webinar, we have proposed a special promotion for each Gigasync that will be bought until the end of February. We will add a terminal cartridge for free. So you can try and use the Gigasync to power up as many devices as you want with a cheaper price. I don't know if you have any question. Feel free to ask. Just let me know, and we'll be happy to answer any question.
Sure, we have a few questions here. One, is it possible to conduct multiple devices to a single terminal output port?
Yes, it is possible. Obviously, you lose the possibility to manage each single devices, because all the devices connecting the same port will be controlled controlled together. But you can definitely do it if you have the devices have the correct power that can manage with the output port.
Can you connect multiple output terminals to a single to power a single device?
Yes, you can do it to increase the power out. You will lose the number of ports. If you connect 2 ports to a single device, you instead of having 4 output ports, you will have 2 output ports, but you will have more power for the device. So if you plug 2 different output ports of the C-Ter, for as example, the C-Ter cartridge, instead of having 4 ampere output, you can power up devices up to 8 ampere. At the moment, this feature is not yet completely ready, since we are changing the firmware to join the output port and make this feature available for in future release.
Wonderful. I have one more question. Is redundancy provided on all inputs? And what happens if one of the power supplies short circuits?
Okay, yeah, all inputs, the cartridge, the main module, and the C-Ter and C-POE devices have 2 input ports in redundant mode. In case of one of them just fail, the device just cut it off without causing problem to the device connected, keeping the devices secure and,
Thank you.
and on. Yeah.
That's all we have on our end.
Okay. So thank you for attending this webinar. Feel free to contact me or reach out to our partner Winncom that can help you optimizing your wireless project using their engineering services. And if you want, you can ask us. We are happy to assist you with any inquiries or project you may have. We will be available at WISP America in March. So please come and visit our booth where we can show you our products.
Thank you. Thank you, Nicola. And as a quick reminder to our listeners, we will be sending out an email shortly with all the information you just learned. So please keep an eye out for that. And I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the day. And as always, thank you for joining.